Okay, now where?
Bam, 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 bam.
Where?
We're going back to Sholmes' suite.
That sounds sweet.
Yeah.
I wonder if he's Sholm.
Well, you...
That one was a stretch.
Oh, that's terrible. That was a stretch, and it took effort to get you there, wasn't it?
No, it felt natural. You gotta realize I'm used to like being like 4 steps ahead in a like so to the point where the joke doesn't even make sense to anybody, and I can just say it and be like,
Yeah. I can see that, unfortunately.
yeah, it is unfortunate. We're back.
I don't know who this is.
Well, there's 2 possibilities,
Hello, you two.
and that's neither.
It's my choice.
I thought you'd be back before long, so I baked some scones for all of us.
Ah, so that's what the delicious smell is.
Greetings, my dear fellows. You returned at a good deal sooner than I was anticipating.
Hello, Mr. Sholmes.
Hello, Mr. Sholmes. Say nothing. Your thoughts I've written all over your faces in any case. Turns out that it may have been advisable to test my hair color straight in time before application. Oh my! Pray tell me, what of our water? Have you garnered some new information?
Oh, yes, something very surprising, in fact. There's not a patch on your hair, to be honest.
It most certainly isn't, but still, we discovered that...
This is you.
Shams!
You can't do that with every voice!
Sholmes! Drop everything, Sholmes! This is more important!
Gina.
Gina. I can't Adam and Eve it. Let's believe it.
Look at the shoulder shakes.
I'm crying in Courtney, eh?
Okay.
What's happened? Somebody relevant to this game's story probably just... Clearly a grave matter indeed.
Somebody relevant to the story?
Probably. I would be
Shady
surprised if it was a detective, even.
Shady said, "Is he having a midlife crisis?" And Coolname said, "No, he's just an idiot."
Yeah, accurate.
Also, I agree, Coolname. This pose breaks my heart.
I can't Adam and Eve it. For Mrs. Strayed to make no mention of my hair whatsoever. It's the boss.
What do you mean? Inspector Gregson?
The boss is... He's dead.
What?
They just found his body. They just found his body. Shot with a pistol. I'm crying
What?
out here.
Nani?
Nani kore? Inspector Gregson. But Inspector Gregson?
He was murdered?
No, not Gregsy. My dear girl, tell us the whole story.
He's gone the way of Winterbank. Is there anything back here? Nah, I don't think so. Just like examine everything. What?
I am gonna miss Mr. Fish and Chips, but like, I can't get emotionally invested in a video game character. Not anymore. Not since the incident.
You say that, but though I am a little disappointed. I thought you'd be
I don't
more.
want to talk about it.
I thought you'd be more upset by this, but
I am upset about it. It's just like, what am I gonna do? You know, he's already dead. I loved him. I loved him like my own son. We literally went and got fish and chips and braved getting COVID together for it, in his honor.
and dead. All of our memories gone. Our entire friendship is a lie now. Like,
Our entire friendship is a lie now. Oof. Oh.
are you serious,
Crazy.
Gina? Inspector Gregson was. He was really shot?
I don't know about what happened myself yet. They're still there investigating the scene. When did it take place? A little rented room in a building full of flats on Fresno Street. Outskirts of town. Nowhere near his home. He was perhaps investigating a case then. The thing is, no one at the odd knows nothing about no case around there. Oh, how strange. The boss was. You're so good to me. I know I'm up to much yet, but one day I was gonna show him. I'd be a proper detective. Oh, Jenny.
Like, this is really, really shitty for Jenny. Or Gina.
Oh yeah,
Because,
no,
like,
for sure.
this is the closest she's
1,000,000%.
ever had to a father figure. To, like, a parent.
Yeah, and like they cared about each other, and he treated her well. Like he was gonna
He-
relocate to France for her safety.
Yeah, he pretty much pulled her out of poverty and gave her a chance at, like, a career. Like,
Yeah. I think it hasn't hit me yet because I haven't seen the, you know.
it's okay. The body is going to be buried in fish and chips.
Oh no.
There's still he's
now
no
that
longer
he's dead, he
yeah
has
he's
to
no longer
throw
there
it
to
away, yeah.
eat it. It's just coming out. Like, he was the one keeping it at bay. Now the entire
Yeah, he was
universe is
saving
at
up
risk.
from yeah, it was an eldritch apocalypse that he was trying to save us from.
Nobody else had the
From-
appetite to be able to eat that much fish and chips to keep it at bay.
He cursed himself so we may all live.
So who did this? Do you have any idea who the culprit is? Shit, he said he's Chip Thulu.
Chip Thulu. It is from the depths that he arrives on a boat of fish and chips, ushering the clarion call of our demise.
He stared into the deep fryer, and the deep fryer stared back.
They got him already. Already?
They've caught the shooter so soon.
A witness reported something was going on, and the boys got straight down there and took care of him. Huh. Awful person did this.
Huh. What?
Oh my god.
What?
There's two options of who this could be. It could either be Kazuma, or it could be Von Zeeks. And I don't think it's going to be Von Zeeks because they're not going to just throw in a last minute prosecutor. So it's either Kazuma or Jigoku, which would be really fun. I still can't believe it myself. Gina? It was the Reaper.
There's no way that it could be Van Zeeks.
That's so funny. It's so funny. Who is gonna prosecute? Is he gonna prosecute himself?
Actually, he's probably the
I
only
did it.
prosecutor in the series that I could see doing that.
That's so funny.
Like, I legitimately could see that.
That's hilarious. Please, please let him prosecute himself. There's no way you could prove that I wasn't there with a pistol, Ryunosuke. It's like, excuse me? I'm defending you. Yeah, but I might have killed him. What's the truth? You'll never know.
I deserve a fair trial.
And the only person I can trust with litigating myself is myself. Trust no one, including myself.
He's also a witness saying he didn't do it, but he's arguing with
Like-
himself.
It's like, I was there at the time of the murder, so I should be able to call myself as a witness. The judge is like, I guess.
Do we have a law against? I guess we don't have a law against this. It never really crossed our minds.
That's so funny.
The-
Oh, that's so funny.
Wait a minute.
Oh, last second reveal that it's gonna be Takatsuchi Ouchi prosecuting.
They've arrested Lord Van Zeeks for it.
Surprise! You thought you'd seen the last of me.
And that's why you're so mad about me using his voice. It's like, you're gonna have to voice him again, Inheritance. Don't do this to yourself.
Cool name
Okay,
just said that I'd like to see Van Zeeks prosecute himself. Van Zeeks is also the judge. The whole jury is Van Zeeks.
Oops, all Von Zeeks.
Keyblade. Oh, welcome, Keyblade. It said that wait, it's all Van Zeeks. Always has been.
It's Von Zeeks all the way
I was
down.
about to make that joke.
This is a serious moment in which a beloved video game character died. But it's so funny.
All the audience is all Van Zeeks.
Oops, you're all Von Zeeks now. That's a poor moment for Outcry to be in the stream. Oh man, I'm sorry. Sad. Oh, that's right. The Reaper broke out and shot the boss.
No, Lord Van Zeeks.
Are you quite sure, Mrs. Strahd? It's Baroque Von Zeeks, the police. It's Baroque Von Zeeks the police have arrested. I saw him with my own eyes in the interview room at the Yawn. I don't how to believe it.
That's offensive, Susanna.
I know. Not right now, Susanna. That's uncalled for. But there were witnesses, and they're all saying it was him. So you mean there were actually multiple witnesses? They had the gunshot, apparently. And when Alok got to the scene, there was only the boss and the Reaper bloke in the room.
Oh, thank you for the follow, Keyblade. I appreciate it.
Keyblade. Thank you, Keyblade.
But there's no way Lord Van Zeeks would have taken Gregson's life.
What do you call your viewers? Outcriers? No, that's why would you be outcriers?
Why would I name them after your boyfriend?
Oh, sorry. My bad.
I don't have a name because the community, the server and stuff is named the Secret Society of Justice from Majora's Mask.
So
But they're called bombers, and I don't feel comfortable calling them bombers.
Yeah, that's a little offensive.
So yeah, so I don't have a name. It just
What about just shadows?
masks.
Masks. Skull kids. I mean, that could work,
Fierce
actually.
deities.
Fierce deities.
I call them
that'd
all
be so-
fierce deities.
Oh, that'd be so dope. That would be so cool.
Well, have a good night, Cool Man. Thanks for stopping by.
Bye, cool name. Oh, fierce deities.
It's a mouthful is the downside, but
Yeah, but like people would be like pumped to like hear themselves be called that.
Keyblade says just call us blargs, but lowercase.
Yeah, so it's not copyright infringement.
I just don't believe it.
I don't believe it either.
I was about to Adam and Eve it again.
I don't believe it's not butter.
I can't believe it's not butter. Thank you for informing us, Mr. Strahd. This really is most terrible news. I'm dreadfully sorry.
So in Cockney, England, do they have the brand I can't Adam and Eve it's not butter?
I can't Adam and Eve it.
Just for the country of Cockney.
Just for the entire country of Cockney.
Cockneyland. I'm done. I'm done. This is the hole I didn't want to go in.
I was gonna say it's really hard. Oh no, it's a hole you didn't want to go in. It's very hard. Oh no! Abort! Continue the game. Next
This
line.
is you. This is you.
I already read it. Go. What are you saying sorry for? You didn't do nothing. Anyway.
Just the shoulder shaking. Jeez, it's really
does
hitting.
look. She really looks like she's in agony. Like she looks distraught. Like I can't really like look at her too much because it's gonna affect my voice acting. I'm taking a cab over to the scene right now. Please come in all as soon as you can. You've got to help. It's a detective's lot to appear wherever some sinister plot has unfolded. Little wonder we all look haggard. Sometimes these things are almost too much for the nerves.
Mr. Shams.
What use is there in being a great detective if I fail to see something like this coming? How could I have let this happen to Gregson? To Gregson? Miss Naruhodo, I shall leave at once to begin my investigation.
Of course, yes, we will too.
It would be helpful if you could talk to Mr. Reaper and see what you can glean.
I guess Coolblade that she must have serious shoulder strength who can shake for minutes straight. She's been shaking for a while because.
I'm sure you were intending to do so anyway. Till later then.
Though honestly, that kind of shaking is usually involuntary, but it will leave you pretty sore the next day if you're shaking that long. So much.
I can imagine.
Inspector Gregson, dead. And Lord Van Zieks, arrested.
Rito, Susie! I've called you handsome. It's waiting outside.
Oh, thank you, Iris. You're very handsome yourself.
Really? It's not appropriate.
Shall we, Mrs. Adder? Well,
Yes.
Well, I can't well call her beautiful. It's awkward. She's 10.
I hate everything that's going on in the last 10 minutes of the stream.
Everything?
Everything.
Where are we going?
Well, we gotta go follow that handsome wherever it's going.
Where's it going?
I don't know. The whole isn't there like another spot? I was gonna say the Fresno Street room.
Oh, we can't
Oh
go.
no, they want
or
us
the
to
prison.
go to prison.
We have two choices.
They want us to...
Where are we taking this handsome?
I guess to prison. That's where what's his face wanted us to go, right?
I suppose, if you want to listen to that madman.
Iconic, iconic, iconic.
What is?
There he is, standing there, menacingly.
There he is. Lord Van Zeek's behind bars.
That's so
Sitting there,
funny.
menacingly.
So it's true. He really was arrested. He
He's,
really is sitting there menacingly.
he's sitting with his back to the wall, menacingly, reading something menacingly. I don't think he's noticed us. Lord Van Zeeks.
He just turns and gives you the same look that Rianovsky gave at the beginning of the game. When he, ooh. Fancy meeting you here. The last place on Earth I'd like to be. The last person on Earth I'd like to see.
I couldn't very well not come. Also rude. I heard what happened, that Inspector Gregson was...
Go home. This has nothing to do.
But we just recently bonded.
But we sincerely bonded.
We did!
Forgive me, Lord Von Zeeks, but you most recently bonded. Did I hear someone say that they recently bonded? I also disagree, and I give introspectively. Inspector Gregson was very helpful to us on a number of occasions. We're indebted to him. At the very least, we owe to him to find out the truth about his death. You must help us with the investigations, please. There's really nothing I can tell you.
What were you just reading at the back of the cell there? Was it something related to the case?
This. Yeah, this is quite so cavalier with its information as to share case details with the suspect. This is a letter from an old acquaintance. Oh, rude! Who might that be? Someone you know as it happens. Albert Hairbrain.
Of
Why
course,
would you call him
yes.
old acquaintance?
Because he is.
Yeah, well, couldn't you just be like, oh, it's a letter from Albert? You know, the guy who you...
Because
Defended
it kind of
days
felt it was
ago.
personal who it's from, but then Susanoo dug and asked anyways.
You're right. You're right. Fair. You're right. You're right. Actually, 100% you're correct. Like, I didn't think about the course of actions that were taken.
Of course, yes. I keep forgetting that they went to the same university.
And I would like to read my correspondence in peace. So let's get this over with, shall we? What is it you want to know?
Strange. I mean, let's face it, Lord Van Zeeks never minces his words. But they seem to have less bite than usual somehow.
Bam, 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 bam,
What happened?
bam, bam.
Can you at least tell us your side of the story, Lord Van Zeeks? What happened?
I don't care to. Shut down. How much of it do you already know? We know that the inspector was shot dead in a small rented room on Fresno Street.
And that you were found there by the police when they arrived on the scene and immediately arrested.
We were told that there was nobody else in the room and that some witnesses heard the gunshot. Then you're well informed. And there's really nothing I can add. The truth is, I don't know what happened to myself.
But the gunshot. Obviously you didn't fire the gun, did you?
I'm not in the habit of shooting the people I work alongside. I also heard the noise, however. Before I had the chance to investigate, I was apprehended by the arriving officer.
So he doesn't actually know what happened.
If I might ask, what were you doing in that place to begin with? I don't need to answer that. Oh. After all, you're not representing me.
He is going to need a lawyer, though.
Bum, 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 bum.
Who is going to be representing you in court, Lord Van Zieks?
Anyone other than you, I should imagine. Would I be right in assuming that you have no representation as of yet? Defense lawyers shy away from any trial involving the Reaper, as I'm sure you know.
But this is different.
In my career, of all the defendants I've prosecuted, only 19 have ever been acquitted. Of them, 16 subsequently died in mysterious circumstances. Questions will be asked now. Surely not.
That means the 3 that weren't, we already know.
Yeah. Hairbrain, Natsume, and
Jenny!
Gina. So, did Miss Garrett have died? Is that canonical?
She was not the defendant.
Oh, you're right. You're right. Who was the defendant there? Natsume.
Natsume, yeah.
Have we only ever defended 3 people in this game?
We defended... Well, there's the ones in
Giselle,
Japan.
Brett, and the assistant. Yeah.
And then, Magnus McGilded.
Well, Magnum as a gilded,
And Natsume was twice, so...
I'm just surprised that we've defended so little people. This game series. I assure you, no defense lawyer want to touch with the end of a barge pole.
Oh, if Cool Name was here, he
I
wouldn't
touch
need the barge pole.
with the end of a barge pole. But
you didn't actually have any...
one.
You didn't have any...
But
But you didn't actually have anything...
Talk over it. Go ahead.
But you didn't actually have anything to do with those people's deaths, did you?
I'm so sorry. That was so good. You're a mean one, Lord Von Zieg. Oh.
He's not mean. We're the ones that are being jerks most of the time.
Yeah. He's kind, but not kind.
You cut out, but yeah.
It's been 10 years now that I've been known as the Reaper.
Oh wow, you're very choppy suddenly.
Did you? Oh,
Can you hear me?
wait a second.
Inheritance? Uh-oh.
Hear you. Okay.
I heard like one word. Or 2, maybe. It's definitely on your end, because I have 3 bars. Let's see if Inheritance can get it sorted. Apologies. Yeah, it's messaging me as 1 bar right now. I don't know what suddenly happened. Any better?
I don't think so.
Well, I heard the I don't
Can
think
you hear
so.
me?
I can hear you.
I wonder what's going on.
Okay,
Can
well,
you,
maybe it's good now.
like,
What?
perhaps. Oh, give me a second. It's been 10 years now that I've been known as the Reaper. Did you hear that?
Like, missed one word, but it's fine.
Believe me, nobody knows the true identity of this killer more than I. However, it seems things may come to a head before I have the chance to uncover the truth.
What does he mean by that? After the trial, Professor Hairbrain was supposed to go straight back to Germany, I thought.
It's a letter to inform me of his safe arrival at home. My rich as passions by a sailor. It's a relief, I must say. He should now be beyond the reaches of the Reaper. The Reaper doesn't follow people abroad, you mean? Yeah, something's going on with my CPU. I think it's like running at 100% capacity.
Are you sure it's not the internet? Because if you have
My internet.
less bars, that's usually their connection.
Yeah, perhaps. Windows is trying to come up with some sort of problem reporting, but it's getting bogged down. So we'll see. We'll see. Either way. So it seems. Your astute little Lebanese friend, for example. You told me he was keeping well in Japan when I inquired the other day.
Yes, that's right. He's an author now, happily working in Tokyo.
So Professor Hepburn is safely back in Germany now.
He is. So it appears our conversation has run dry.
There was a 2-second silence, that's all.
Well, in any event, if you'll excuse me now, I wouldn't like to detain you. It's very relatable.
What? 2 seconds of silence, we're like, okay, I guess we're done talking.
That's how Outcry and that's how our interactions go pretty much. I go up, we haven't said anything in the last couple of seconds. I guess we're done talking.
I was wondering, Lord Van
That's
Ziek.
That's
just what?
go ahead. That's just how it be sometimes, you know?
There's two types of people.
What were you wondering?
I was wondering, Lord Van Zieks, if you'd like, I'd be happy to advocate for you.
You trust me, do you?
Yes. I've heard you speak many times in court. I've seen how you treat people. So I'm quite sure that you would never have taken another's life. It's just, my feelings can't be used as evidence in a court of law, sadly.
It's a very gracious offer, however. I trust no one.
What?
Trust no one, not even yourself. I trust no one, not even myself. You don't know what I've been. You don't know what I've done. Not the police, not the judiciary, and not you, Nipponi.
But please.
I have no intention in engaging your services.
The chasm between us is just too wide and too deep, it seems.
I'd appreciate if you don't visit again. Then neither of us has to waste more time.
Perhaps we need to dig a little deeper. Gotta dig a little
deeper.
and find out more about
For
Lord.
him, it's gonna be tough.
Find out more about Lord Van Zeeks and what happened to Inspector Gregson. Okay, now where?
You're changing. Fresno Street Room. I hope you're satisfied. And if you're not, don't blame me.
Oh, DMCA!
Devil May Cry?
This really is an out-of-the-way part of London. I doubt many people find their way down this back street. This dust-ridden, rented old room is where it happened then.
So this is why poor Inspector Gregson lost his life.
Yes, and the police are already hard at work investigating, it seems. I don't see Mr. Sholmes anywhere, though. Perhaps an investigation have taken him elsewhere.
Oi! What do you think you're doing there?
Yeah, her music.
Every one of them drawers has got to be taken right out so we can look underneath it all. I want the space above the ceiling checked, and don't forget to look inside the chimney stack too. Blimey! Ain't you lot never gone over how looking for dough when the owner's out of town?
Gina's obviously got some unique investigative techniques she wants everyone to adopt.
Check behind the paintings! Oh. So you've turned up at last? Mind you, I ain't been here long myself.
Hello again, Gina.
Jones has only just left. You're lucky you missed her. He went prancing around in here, pointing at stuff and flicking it out of his, then just scarping. Oh, he's finished investigating already, you mean? Bam, 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 bam. Yeah, he didn't stop to say nothing to no one, not even me.
Gina, would you mind if we investigated too?
Listen, Odo. You're a lawyer, right?
Yes, why?
But you're not thinking of trying to help that Reaper bloke, are you?
Oh, poor Gina. She's never going to forget, is she? That trial will haunt her forever.
Gina, if you don't mind me saying, if Lord Van Zeeks really is responsible for this crime, then he will be duly and fairly judged in court. I suppose you're right, yeah. Go on then, Odo, get investigating. I want to know the truth about what really happened here.
I do like that this animation, usually she has like a smirk, but she doesn't now. Thank you, Gina.
She's all serious now. She's Inspector Lestrade now.
Well, she's gone through a lot.
This looks sort of like some sort of notice board or something.
And it's absolutely covered in scraps of paper.
Ah, Mr. Ahoto, look!
This you mean? It's an autopsy report, isn't it?
And these case notes here, and details from prison inmates.
Yes, in fact, they're all the sort of documents that only a detective could normally acquire. What on earth went on in this room?
Some old newspaper cuttings. And this one here.
Oh yes, the advertisement. The advertisement, you mean? To the Red-Headed League. But why? What's that doing here?
Whoever occupied this room was clearly interested in it for some reason.
Excuse me? Oh, Inspector! Oh, sir! Oh man, he can't possibly be able to focus on investigating when he's so upset. Something happening?
Discord might crash.
Discord might crash?
Oh, I think we're good.
Okay. Susato?
Oh, it's a photograph stand. I suppose it must be a picture of one of the Inspector Gregson's family members. Ah!
What's the matter? Your eyes look like they're about to pop out of your head.
They are! Look, Naruto, quickly!
Their eyes
Look
pop
how they
out.
Oh.
Why do I feel like this woman is familiar somehow? Ryunosuke, you have like a... What kind of brain do you have? Literally today.
Literally the brain of a goldfish.
Literally, like, the entire reason you went to the prison today. Twice.
It's to help this lady specifically. She's even wearing the same outfit. Of course she's familiar. We met her only this morning. We actually met her yesterday, Susato. That's Ryunosuke says that. If you knew we met her yesterday, why don't you even remember?
No, I like to think that Ryunosuke's memory doesn't go past the previous 5 minutes, but Susato's doesn't go past, like, to the day before. So...
I also do think that Ryunosuke is the type of person that would correct her, being like, actually, we met her yesterday. It's like, but you didn't even know who she was 3 seconds ago.
It's Mrs. Vigil.
It's Wendy Oldbag. This makes no sense. Why would there be a picture of Mrs. Vigil in here?
Because she was having an affair with Gregson. To be frank, I don't think I've ever been more stumped.
I'm sorry to say, I have no idea either. Yeah, I think Discord is gonna eventually crash on me, and I apologize for when it does.
Okay, just tell me when it does.
It's like when I tell, like, you know, when they take attendance, and it's like, if you're not here, raise your hand. That's gonna be the same kind of vibe. I'll let you know when I'm not here.
An empty fireplace makes a room feel even colder than it would be otherwise, doesn't it?
It's thick with dust, and look. I think it would be fair to say that it hasn't been used in a very long time.
In other words, whoever lived in this room must have been extremely hardy in cold weather.
Or nobody lived here at all and merely visited when the occasion arose. I wouldn't like to say which is more likely.
No, that's right. It's one or the other.
Only those two options.
Only those two. Excuse me. Sorry, sir. Can't see anything, sir. Nobody tears, sir. Right. Perhaps I'd better leave you to your work then.
I was gonna say, I appreciate the personal acting note to make him sad, but I knew in advance that he was gonna.
Yeah, I know. Excuse me. They're looking down on us from the great beyond, Inspector. Don't worry. We'll look after things at the yard. I've interrupted some deep thoughts there.
Oh my, like that made me feel something. Oh, wow.
Somebody's very haphazardly nailed these boards over the broken glass, haven't they? You couldn't even really call it a window anymore.
Well, if you remember the windows in Mr. Natsume's room. What?
I was just gonna say take your time.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Hello?
Well, if you remember the window in Mr. Natsume's room, that was totally blocked up by bricks. This one does at least let...
What happened there?
Got interrupted.
This one does at least still let some light, so you could say...
You could say nothing more about it. I'm starting to feel even more sorry for Mr. Natsume now.
That's a very quick interruption for this game. Like, I don't think I would have been able to read.
I think it was about the normal speed. It might just be your Discord lag. The top of one of the candles in this candle holder has
I
been...
am starting to lag again.
Okay. The top of one of the candles in this candle holder has been completely blown off. You lagging? Hello?
Look,
Yeah, I'm back to 1 bar.
Oof. Wonder what's going on.
I don't know. All my other devices looks great. Let me see if Outcry's having internet issues. Give me.
Okay.
Did I not read the?
Not from what I heard.
Did you not hear me read the line?
I think I heard a couple words.
yes, there's... Yes, there's wax spattered on the wall behind. Look.
I suppose if a bullet hit it.
It does seem likely that the bullet hit the candle. Having first passed through the inspector's body.
Ugh. Now the wax on the wall looks like blood to me. Candelabrum.
Candelabra.
Hey, it's the character from the hit Disney musical. Beauty and the Beast.
Monster person.
Pretty girl and monster.
Pretty girl and the monster person.
Ah, there are some black marks here, look.
Yes, they look like some sort of scorch.
So perhaps the bullet struck the candle here, do you think? It's only this one candle that's been cracked in half, it seems.
Yes, I think you might be right. Firearms are rarely used by criminals. So I'm afraid I'm not particularly knowledgeable about.
Looks like that's the only part of this that matters. Ever since we came in here, I can't take my eyes off this thing.
Oh, funnily enough, neither can I.
It's a hairpiece, isn't it?
It is! It's a bright red hairpiece.
And I suppose the fact that it's right there next to where the body was found means we have to accept that. Inspector Gregson wore wigs, does it?
And it's such a flame-colored red, too.
Yes, that's a color we've come across very recently elsewhere, isn't it?
They're so stupid.
Exactly, this is a vital clue, I'm sure of it.
Excuse me? inheritance. I believe the word you're
I'm
looking for
sorry.
is Nipponese.
No! Oh no! Oh, that's terrible.
Don't call them stupid, it's rude. So I suppose
Oh, man.
this is where the victim... For the record, I don't...
I know I already asked,
don't
but what
think-
rating of this game?
A T.
Oh, okay, I was gonna say, yes, it's a game for kids, so you have to be very obvious about certain things,
What?
or very obtuse about others.
I wouldn't say it's for kids. It's T.
That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say that it's a game for kids, so I could excuse it, but it's a game for teens. So, I think I think higher of teens that the game would seem to want me to imply.
I think they just don't want like
That's
to
right.
give it.
The rope is laid around the body to show exactly what it's about.
They just want all logic, whether big or small, to come from the player, and it not to give stuff away.
Yeah. If the game, you're right. Like, if the game did give everything away, you'd be like, "Why am I even playing it?" It's just a visual novel at that point. It's not even a game.
Yeah.
Poor Inspector Gregson himself has already been taken away.
And would probably be under Dr. Seth's
Funny that-
scalpel by now, if not for what happened last week. What?
I was gonna say it's kind of funny that they didn't outline the fish and chips.
No, they're currently trying to contain it. They don't have the
Yeah.
they don't have SCP
Is it?
protocols to like deal with it yet.
Say it is what is it, the highest level, Keter? I don't know much about SCP.
I don't know my SCP rankings.
Well, if you know your SCP ranking, sorry, I already
Yeah.
did it once. I can't do it again.
From the shape of the rope, it would appear that the inspector was curled up in a ball.
Cool Name said 30 bobbies have met their end to the fish and chips. I didn't know you were still here, Cool Name.
Hi, Conan.
Is
Are you
that
feeling
it?
alright, Mr. Naruto? It looks like you just seen a ghost.
I know it's just a rope, but well, it conjures up quite a terrifying image, that's all. Especially with that blood stain next to it.
Oh, I do understand. In some ways, what we picture in our minds can be even worse than reality.
Zeta-san is so strong, though. She's taking this far better than I am. Or she just is better at not completely showing it all? This is presumably the murder weapon, then. Oh, you came back? Well, welcome back, Quillim.
Aye, it is real, I suppose.
You missed us talking with your boyfriend. I think so. Guns are so rare in Japan, I really know very little about them.
Well, there's one way to know for sure, Mr. Naruto. Fire a shot!
No, no, no! If I did that, I'd be looking for a skilled lawyer to represent me in court. Slightly safer just to ask someone who might know, I think. Let's see. Oh, we didn't look at the wig.
Oh, that's such a beautiful toupee.
I've always wondered what the underside of a hairpiece looks like.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
That doesn't surprise me at all, Mr. Naruto. You always want to see what lies beneath, don't you?
I'm not sure that's quite how I'd put it. You must have to use lots of bird lime to keep it in place on your head. So it doesn't get blown off in a gust of wind, I mean.
that might be a little inconvenient when you wanted to take it off again, don't you think?
I don't even know what bird lime is. Do you know?
I
No?
do not.
There. Oh, cool name. So they're not dating. You see, not one for commitment, and he wants kids, and he's not real. 2 out of 3 of those are valid points. Oh, wait. There's the gun. I suppose this must have been the murder weapon.
Oh my! Is it real, I suppose?
I think so. Guns are so rare in Japan, I really know very little about them. Perhaps someone more familiar with firearms could shed a light on things here. Okay. Then in that case. Oh, what's this?
It would appear to be a little model policeman. It's rather charming, isn't it? In a way.
Seeing as it's on the floor here, do you think it belonged to Inspector Gregson? Is it lagging a lot?
It's a little hard to imagine Lord Von Zieks playing with something like this.
It's only about 8 centimeters tall. Could have fallen out of someone's pocket, I suppose. Think we should record it as evidence just in case.
Yes, I agree. It is rather delightful after all.
Zato?
Did you not read that?
Yes, I agree. It's rather delightful after all, in a way.
You didn't read the in a way. Is something going on your end?
Just communicating with Outcry about the internet.
Ah. Okay.
He says that it internet is good on his end. I don't know. And I don't seem to have any issues on my other devices. Oh. Go ahead.
Gina, what was Inspector Gregson doing here in the first place?
That's what I want to know. It's, what, half a year since I got out of the clink? That's when I decided to give up on me diving and become a detective instead.
Yes, Mr. Sholmes twisted the inspector's arm to agree to take you down as apprentice, didn't he?
Something like that, I think. Anyway, the point is, I didn't really know much about the boss till then. But turns out he's a bit of a legend in the yard. Goodness, really? They say he managed to solve some really tricky case, just like that.
He did.
Yep, and ever since then he started going out on all sorts of investigations, but always on his own. No one here at the yard even knows what half of these cases he's working on are, apparently.
That's not how it's supposed to work, is it? So what was the legendary inspector doing in a dingy little room like this? Cool name, do you have like a thing for guns?
I know he had a lot of respect for the Reaper. No, and look where that landed him.
Respect for the Reaper, in what way?
I heard him say as much. I take my hat off to that fella. Were his words.
Not how the general public feels, is it? Most people are terrified of the Reaper.
Yeah, the boss said exactly why he's respected. The bloke.
I didn't realize Gregson held the Reaper in such high regard.
He said something else to me and all.
I didn't need to worry about the Reaper because he only goes after people who are bad. I did kind of set my mind at ease when he said that.
Right. What is this place then? Does anyone live here? Does anyone live here?
Apparently it's being rented by some cove called Hugh Boone. Hugh Boone. Hugh Boone.
Name mean anything?
Hugh Boone. Hugh Boone. Is it a character from Sherlock Holmes?
Yes.
I was gonna say it's not a pun. Hugh Boone.
It sounds almost like it's a pun.
I know. I was trying to figure it out.
It's sort of here today, gone tomorrow name that, isn't it?
Yeah, he's what we call an unidentified person. We haven't been able to get in touch with him.
I see. Well, judging from appearances, I have to say this place hasn't been lived in for a long time, if ever.
Right. All the lads from the yard piled down to get stuck into the investigation, but there's little here. No one knew what to do with themselves.
Susato?
I do wonder.
Yes, Miss Susato?
Well, could it be that this Hugh Boone is in fact Inspector Gregson himself?
What? How could that be?
Well, if he was investigating on his own, it's quite possible that this was in fact some kind of secret office of him.
I'd never even considered that.
Nice work, Suze! We're actually following a line of inquiry like that.
You are?
If you look around the room, you'll see there's a few things that hint at it.
We should really investigate this place in detail.
I see, that's where the poor inspector was found, over there. Yeah, that's right. They said it was a single bullet. What did him in? Apparently the bullet went right through him and struck that candle on the wall.
Oh yes, it's blown one of the candles apart completely.
And the gun used is there on the floor. It's the Reaper's in it, no denying that.
What? Really?
How do you know that? Take it easy. I don't know what to do with myself when you stare at me with them big wide eyes. I'm only saying what I've heard. I don't know much about the guns myself.
No, cool name. There's not a pun that's huge bone.
But there's some bigwig lawman or whoever said so. Why don't you ask him?
Bigwig lawman, is it?
Anyway, Fresno Street runs along under that window there. There's some street sellers just outside of the gunshot. Oh, but I don't recall seeing anybody outside.
Is there something going on? You're kind of like looking away from stream a lot.
Yeah, I just got a reply to this work email.
Ah, fair. Okay.
Yeah, but they've all been taken down the yacht for questioning, that's why.
They're talking about the yard's legendary inspector. After all, they'll be getting a grilling.
Do you think we might be able to speak with those street sellers ourselves?
I doubt it. The lads in the yard will just want to know what you're snooping for, and you'll be up for grilling and all.
So we can't interview the witnesses then. Shame. Okay, should we move?
Yep.